Hi. Okay, I just this from Kay is emailed instead of video, so I didn't catch that for the other video. Okay, so hi David, you mentioned know yourself. I've just become aware that I'm very defensive when communicating with other people. For some reason, I feel a need to defend or justify my position or stance on things. I realize I've been like this most of my life. Is just being conscious of the fact of what I am doing enough to stop myself from being defensive? Okay, that's a question. No, no, no. Yes and no. Yes and no. Okay. You have to. Okay. So if you go to psychiatrists or new agey stuff, they're going to say, oh, you have to see what you're doing and be aware of it and not do it. Okay. This is like, okay, tighten the bottle on Coca-Cola very tight and then shake it up. Look, nothing comes out. Yeah, you see? You've contained, you've controlled it. No more explosion, no more fizzy drinks spurting out. Okay. Now, being conscious, yes, is helpful. But the first is you have to fix the cause of the cause of the cause of the cause. Where is the hub of the wheel? To which this reaction is merely a spoke. Okay, you're defensive when communicating with other people. Why? Because if they don't like you, if you say something wrong, if you look stupid, if any of these things, then they won't like you. You're rejected. You're out on your own. Or, as I've discovered in New Zealand, you have to be so careful because someone will cry if you say the wrong word. I might hurt you. I might upset you. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to upset anyone. So you have all of these. This is the army of fragments that grow up when you're young. And I think for girls more so than guys, because girls are supposed to be nice and sweet, so guys will like them, because guys are, I'm not just saying it, I think so, guys are often a little more stupid and childish and immature and egoistic than girls. Guys, it's so funny. I'm a man. What do you think? I can't do it. I'm a man. Is incredible, eh? Okay, you all know these things. So girls are more raised, maybe not so now, I don't know, but sometime for millennia, that you have to be weak, quiet, don't hurt the man's ego or he'll reject you, and you need a man, you have to be married and have kids. That's what a woman is for, that's what life is about. So you have to know all of the programming, the army of fragments that are formed when you are very young. And so in understanding the basis that it is you're raised to make sure you don't hurt anyone or they don't like you, make sure that nobody dislikes you, right? So you become defensive, you feel attacked, all right? This is your way of responding, is to become defensive when you feel attacked. Now the problem is that we're doing the identification to event, okay? So when someone is communicating, you call it communicating. When you're communicating, are you actually communicating with other people at that moment? So what you need to look for is to see how your mind is doing this time leap. The time machine is sending you back to another time, another place, another universe. Not literally a universe, but as an expression. Which brings up your subconscious emotional reaction to what they're saying or what is happening right now. So you're not being objective, you're not being present whenever you're being defensive, right? You are being subjective, opinionated, and you're actually gone back somewhere in the past. And you're not here right now. Your body may be here, but you are not. Your mind is not. Your emotions are not. So this is what humans are always doing. Anytime there's a conflict, it's because one or both of those people are not here right now. Now, this was amazing. I wish I had this videoed. It was hilarious. I was outside in Montreal. We have a festival. Summer, there's all festivals. Now it's just for laughs. And they closed the whole center of the city. And Montreal's a massive city. And they closed the whole center of the city. And it's only for pedestrians. And everyone is there. A million people. I don't know. Hundreds of thousands of people. So at any rate, I got myself a little snack. And I'm sitting on a little bench outside. And there's a lovely couple sitting next to me in their 50s, 60s. We started chatting, very friendly, very nice. Anyhow, so the husband and wife are sitting there. Now, so imagine two people sitting on a bench, right? Which means they're both looking forward. Okay, they're not looking at each other, both looking forward. And over here, to the right side, they had let out hundreds and hundreds of balloons on a string with little tiny LED green lights on them. And it went up a couple of 100 feet, probably. It was beautiful over here. But in front of us, there were lights, like street lights made of plexiglass, colored plexiglass lights. And I took pictures because it's so funny. Maybe I'll email it to Andy if it's possible to show it. So they're there. And the lady says, wow, look at those balloons. Isn't that nice? And the husband says, they're not balloons. She says, yeah, they're balloons. And she says, with light, because they had little LED lights on them. And the husband says, they're not balloons. It's made of plexiglass. She's saying, no, they're balloons. He's saying, no, what are you talking about? It's plexiglass. It's not balloons. And I just broke out laughing. And I said, you're looking there and he's looking here. Oh, what is this? And I told him about monologue dialogue. What a better example of a dialogue. Two people talking to themselves. It was beautiful. If we ever make the movie, the movie about the course, we're going to have to replicate this scene. It was absolutely hilarious. So, there you go. There you go. You're never actually there. You're off somewhere else in some other way. And that's why you have to defend and justify your stance on things, so the other person will understand. So the other person will not dislike you. And, I know a few Kiwis like this, and it just drives me crazy. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you? You don't have to fight and justify, because you know what happens? When you defend and justify your position, you piss the other person off. So they don't like you. So what happens now? Now, you see, exactly what I was scared of. It doesn't like me. So I have to justify more. I have to defend myself even more. So he will like me. So he understands me. Why should I understand you when you don't even understand yourself? And this is where it goes in circles. And everyone just gets angry and frustrated. Okay, so number one, understand that there's the army of fragments. That means you have to be liked, accepted. Number two, when you are defensive, communicating and so on, justifying, defending yourself, you are not here right now. You are in an imagination of being rejected or looked down upon, which would lead to rejection in your mind. So you've got to see what you're doing and realize that your defending and justifying is only a self-fulfilling prophecy. It makes you get rejected. So never defend or justify, accept it. There's the story of the monk with the girl who got pregnant in the village. She didn't want to say who the boy really was, because at that time in that village they would have killed him or something like that, beat him up. So she said, it was the monk who got me pregnant, because she knew no one would touch the monk. So they went to the monk, they said, this is your baby. He said, oh, really? You have to raise it. Oh, really? Okay. So he takes it. And then he raises the baby for a couple of years, and then the girl can't take it. She needs her baby. She needs to tell the truth. She tells the truth. Then they come back and say, oh, we're so sorry. It's not your baby. We want it back. Okay. Oh, really? Here it goes. You see, again, right? Example is just an example. The idea of whatever it is, just accepting, depending on what it is, right? Everything is relative, please. This is not a blanket rule to live by. But to know that I don't have to defend or justify myself. This isn't that important. If I am just present and accept that I'm wrong, perhaps, or whatever it may be, then life goes a lot smoother and I'll be better accepted. I'll achieve my goal by acceptance and being present rather than defensive and justification. Okay, so, and that, the defensiveness, the justification, comes from the army of fragments which formed when you were little. We want to defeat that army. So we have to just simply stop the defending and justifying. So your exercise is to begin with this. Never defend or justify yourself unless you are in court defending a traffic ticket that you didn't really deserve. Whatever, you know. Obviously, there's times when you should defend yourself, but in general, it's very rare. So you must never defend and never justify your position or stance on things. You should do the practice of not speaking and listen. Listen with an open mind. Listen with being present. Objectivity. Maybe you will learn something. Maybe you will discover that your position or stance is incorrect, in fact. And this is how you will learn and grow, not just as a person, but in your knowledge and wisdom of life. Okay, there you go. That's enough for that.